What is your cognitive function really like? Well, imagine your brain is a crowded office building and the staff are a bunch of caffeinated squirrels with Wi Fi. Some are hyper organized, some are passionately chaotic, and some just spin in their chairs wondering if pizza counts as a vegetable. Welcome to the mysterious and often hilarious world of cognitive functions, or as I like to call it, your brain's internal operating system with a few bugs and a disco ball. Now, before we jump in, I know what you are thinking. Cognitive functions? That sounds like a boring lecture from a man with elbow patches and a laser pointer. But hold on to your neurotransmitters, because this is about how your brain actually processes the world. And once you figure that out, you will not just understand why you overanalyze text messages at 2 a.m., or why you spontaneously rearranged your spice rack by alphabetical order during a nervous breakdown. You will also unlock the user manual to your mind. So, what are cognitive functions? In psychology, they refer to the mental processes we use to take in information, make decisions, solve problems, remember your Netflix password, and resist the urge to yell at people who chew loudly. There are different theories, but one of the most popular comes from Carl Jung. That is right, the guy who basically looked at Freud and said, "Neat theory, Sigmund, but what if we add mystical archetypes and really mess people up at brunch?" Jung proposed that everyone uses a unique combination of 8 cognitive functions. These are kind of like mental apps, and we all have them pre-installed, but only a few are our go-to favorites. The main 4 pairs are thinking versus feeling and sensing versus intuition. Each of those can be extroverted or introverted. That gives us extroverted thinking, extroverted feeling, introverted feeling, extroverted sensing, introverted sensing, extroverted intuition, and introverted intuition. Congratulations, you now have more functions than your smartwatch, and most of them do not even count your steps. Let us break them down with the kind of academic rigor you can only get from a YouTube channel named XQ, where psychology meets popcorn level entertainment. Extroverted thinking, or as I like to call it, the project manager. This function loves efficiency, productivity, and color-coded spreadsheets. If your idea of fun is optimizing your grocery list by store aisle, congratulations, you might lead with extroverted thinking. You are the kind of person who organizes their desktop icons and probably eats productivity podcasts for breakfast. Introverted thinking is the solitary philosopher of the bunch. It loves precision, logic, and asking questions like, "But does that make sense, though?" 15 times a day. If you often take apart ideas in your head, like you are mentally unscrewing IKEA furniture, this might be your jam. Extroverted feeling is the social chameleon. It reads the room faster than an emotional Wi-Fi scanner and wants everyone to just get along. If you apologize to furniture after bumping into it, you might be running on extroverted feeling. Introverted feeling, on the other hand, is your internal values ninja. Quiet, intense, and morally committed. You will know someone uses introverted feeling when they say something like, "I just feel that is not right," and then stare into the middle distance like they are writing a protest anthem. Extroverted sensing is all about the now. It is the part of your brain that wants to feel the music, touch the velvet, and probably climb a tree on impulse. If you get excited by jet skis, live concerts, or really spicy nachos, that is your extroverted sensing giving a high five to reality. Introverted sensing is the librarian of your brain. It stores memories, loves routines, and makes you cry when you smell something that reminds you of your grandmother's kitchen. If you are the person who insists on using the same brand of toothpaste for 20 years, you are likely grooving with introverted sensing. Extroverted intuition is the brainstorming wizard. It sees patterns everywhere, makes connections that nobody else sees, and is one good cup of coffee away from launching a cult or a tech startup. If your idea of fun is mapping out a multi-universe theory at 2 a.m., congratulations, you are riding the knee train. Introverted intuition is the visionary mystic. It digs deep, looks inward, and often senses what is going to happen before it does. It is like your brain has its own crystal ball, but without the smoke machine. These people often freak others out by predicting the plot twist before the trailer is even over. Now, here is the twist. You do not just use one function. You have a function stack, like a mental lasagna, with a dominant function, an auxiliary one to support it, and a couple of others who occasionally throw a chair across the room. This stack forms the backbone of personality types in systems like Myers-Briggs. So the next time someone tells you they are an INTJ or ENFP, they are not just flexing their nerd badge. They are giving you a glimpse into their brain's decision-making operating system. But wait, how do these functions actually show up in real life? Let us say your friend invites you to a party. Your extroverted feeling wants to because it will make your friend happy. Your introverted feeling might not want to go because the party has loud music and you morally oppose balloon animals. Your introverted thinking will try to logic out whether that is a rational excuse or just emotional sabotage. Your extroverted sensing wants to go just to try that weird glowing punch again. And your introverted intuition is quietly predicting that something strange will happen and you should definitely wear sneakers. In short, your brain is a full-on sitcom. Now here is the practical side. Knowing your dominant and auxiliary functions can help you make better decisions, communicate more effectively, and avoid the psychological equivalent of stepping on a Lego. For example, if you are high on extroverted intuition, you might constantly chase new ideas and get distracted. A solution? Pair with someone who has introverted sensing to help you ground those ideas in past experience and consistency. If you are dominant in introverted feeling, learning to channel extroverted thinking can help you take your deep values and actually build something practical with them. Here is another strategy. Track your behavior patterns. Are you always thinking 10 steps ahead? Might be introverted intuition, constantly reacting to whatever is happening around you. Hello, extroverted sensing. Once you learn your patterns, you can stop treating your brain like a malfunctioning vending machine and more like a Formula One car with an overly dramatic driver. Also, and this is huge, stop trying to be someone you are not. If your brain does not naturally run on extroverted thinking, you do not need to force yourself to become a productivity robot. You can find systems that work with your cognitive strengths. That is like trying to teach a cat to fetch. Possible, but you're both going to end up emotionally damaged. Oh, and one last thing. Cognitive functions are not excuses. Knowing you lead with introverted feeling does not give you a free pass to ghost your friends during brunch. It just means you probably need to emotionally recharge before you can tolerate Karen's fourth retelling of her kombucha cleanse. So, what is your cognitive function really like? Well, it is a mix of hardware, software, and spiritual jazz band. It explains your strengths, your blind spots, and why your brain sometimes acts like it is trying to chess with itself during a fire drill. By understanding your function stack, you become not just more self-aware, but also more forgiving of your weirdness, more strategic in your goals, and less likely to end up crying in the supermarket because you forgot what cereal you like. If this video helped you finally understand why you are a pattern-seeking, emotion-juggling, logic-loving chaos unicorn, then congratulations, your brain just leveled up. Now here is your final quest. Drop a comment telling us what cognitive function you relate to the most. Are you a logic gremlin? A feelings wizard? A sensory thrill seeker? Let us know. And if you have enjoyed this ridiculous roller coaster of psychology and jokes, smash that subscribe button like it owes you money and join us here at XQ, where big brain ideas come with belly laughs. See you in the next video, where we might explain why your dog stares at you like it knows your secrets. Until then, keep thinking, keep laughing, and remember, your brain is weird and wonderful, just like you.